This episode has a lot going on. I have a hunch that Brad will reveal something right before the meeting, or ripples as you say. We'll look into that. We are going to search the villa. After that, we receive the pricing projections. According to their predictions, Bitcoin will hit $500,000 and maybe $1 million. Did you hear correctly? It is further diminished as a result. The relaxed ledge jump middle of Bitcoin is currently trading at $18,000, up 1.52%, and still over $100,000. Right now, Ethereum is having a nice little run up to $4,000. At $1 as XRP, USDT, and USDC are both increasing by more than 5%. It's down 0.45% cheese at the moment. All cryptocurrencies have a combined market value of 3.7 trillion. It will eventually reach 4.5 trillion and then 5 trillion, hopefully by the end of the year, as we keep moving closer to that 4 trillion. It's around 3 cents, and VELO is on a great little rampage. I don't know if you have been observing. It has risen by about 137% in the past 30 days. VELO's suggestion of XRP ripples is what makes this interesting and unique. Has anyone else been monitoring the price of VELO? I said because it's tearing, if you will. But this tweet was sent immediately following the BitBoy altercation. The outcome was a draw. To everyone who participates in that, congratulations. For him, everything is great, but considering his age, I'm curious about how they handle everything. Bravo to each and every one of your warriors. There is a lot of work involved. That is who I am. I must check the price of VELO. The old inhaler in the corner spills XRP. Why is VELO pointing up that one of the top 100 financial technology reports right now is ripples? For what reason would they mention this? Something is brewing. Something is cooking, people. Ripple aspires to create a value-based internet for easy money transfers, according to VELO's official account. It provides faster, more transparent, and more cost-effective financial solutions than the traditional methods employed here. Ripple helps over 300 customers globally source cryptocurrencies and make quick payments. Treasury management brings Bitcoin to digital finance events, reduces constraints, and creates new revenue agreements with companies like Mercado, IBM, BBVA, and CFOs. In the Internet of Value, they are talking about this dimension as well as the dimension of ripples. Everyone was aware of what XRP does when we first talked about it and brought up VELO. VELO's use case is nearly identical to that of XRP, as we have already discussed. It's like the XRP of Asia at the moment, if that makes any sense. It does, in a way. XRP is being soft-chilled by VELO. I'm just stating that. Why? That is the question. We have to ask ourselves. Every event has a purpose. Here, everything serves a purpose. Why is VELO soft-chilling? XRP would be a good fit, maybe something is boiling or brewing. I have yet to identify it. Most of the time, I suppose this stuff works very well. Ordinarily, I know what's going on. I'm certain that I can measure it. I still can't identify this. Maybe it's just for the publicity. Maybe it has nothing to do with it. Maybe it's trying to persuade some XRP community members to start looking at VELO, and now is an excellent time to do so, especially given how quickly the price is rising. According to the Cointelegraph, there is hope. We may see a Bitcoin worth $500,000 or $1 million after the Bitcoin Act is passed. What happens to it? What price do you want to see for Bitcoin? As a result, I think one of two things will happen soon. In the first case, there will be some sideways movement between 110 and 80, while in the second, there will be some through. And that will happen soon or later once we have the Bitcoin Act, which is now being studied. The U.S. government will be adding Bitcoin to its reserves, and other countries and businesses will be buying it for their treasury assets. We may see Bitcoin reach a value of $1 million or $500,000. For good reason, the possibilities are genuinely limitless. What would cause it to travel there? As a result, Bitcoin is inherently a scarce asset. For example, the Bitcoin Act recommends buying 200,000 Bitcoins annually, which would significantly raise the price due to a restricted quantity. How about utilized cases? You only have 21 million Bitcoins right now. I was talking about this with a guest on a recent episode of Trading 360, just because President Trump and President-elect Trump had talked about the one rule of Bitcoin, which is to never sell your money. But do you think more people will start using it as actual currency? Therefore, in my view, Bitcoin isn't necessarily the type of money you use to purchase coffee. In certain areas, that is what people do. For example, El Salvador, which I have written extensively, uses the Lightning Network for such small transactions. But it's not required for that. That isn't the main use case. The primary use of Bitcoin is as a store of value. As a result, individuals frequently link money with three characteristics, as well as a trade tool. As a result, there are hundreds of ways to trade commodities and services throughout the globe. Every currency in existence is used for commerce. Unit of account. However, the number is quite tiny. There's the dollar. Bitcoin came after the euro and the yen. But when we talk about stores of value, none of those things fit the bill because of their inflationary nature. Therefore, you are not keeping your riches in a cash case if you are affluent in the United States. You continue to value gold, businesses, structures, sports teams, and now Bitcoin. Then, is Bitcoin that type of property? It is considerably easier to move, sell, trade, and transfer across borders because it is all digital. To put it another way, it's basically improved digital profit property. In your view, what proportion of a portfolio ought to be allocated to cryptocurrency at this time? And has that altered after the election of a president who is a fervent supporter of cryptocurrencies? In fact, if you do not have at least 10% of your investing account in Bitcoin or Bitcoin-related assets, I think you will fall far behind. Bitcoin-related assets, or cryptocurrency enthusiasts must now make up 10% of your portfolio. We never thought they would ask for 10%. When I remarked that the number is quite bullish, do you mean me? Then, we have David Schwartz's golden handshake. What's going on? I've lost all of my Riddler. What did David Schwartz publish? Since you can only comment on this if you are a David Schwartz describer on Twitter, I guess I am unable to do so. I don't discuss it with anyone. What is it? Perhaps a covert pact with the US government was made? Even though the SEC was involved in that battle with President Trump's team and the recently appointed crypto czar, whom we already know, it supports Judge Torres' decision that XRP is not a security and should never be regarded as such. Brad Garlinghouse makes the official announcement. He claims that Holmes' cryptocurrency is now official. The cryptocurrency movement's fight for regulatory certainty in the US is the subject of a 60-minute interview that I would like to share. David Schwartz gives the golden handshake. Since I started working in this field in 2017, I would say that I have a solid understanding of how Ripple operates. Something is brewing and cooking, and either a big announcement will be made before or after this. I think this is what caused the price to lately spiral out of control. I think everyone knows what's going on, who the partners are, and what's going to happen because of this. What role does an ETF play in it? I don't think so. The ETF will be accessible following Kinsler's official release on January 20th and the arrival of the new SEC staff. Consequently, I don't think this has anything to do with an ETF, to be honest. I think it will probably be much bigger than the ETF. What is it? I don't know. I wish I knew, but I haven't even made a guess yet. Maybe I can try to review everything that has been going on over the weekend when I take a break from this. I wonder who has been talking about this. On the other hand, I think Ripple is going to do something big. The money hasn't started yet. It's good to return.